Hello, everyone. Welcome to our show, Timeout. I'm your host, Trey with my co-host, my brother, Noah Avant, and this is a two-man webcast that discusses sports and entertainment. Before we begin, don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe to the Boca Raton Tribune on all social media platforms. Just look for @Boca Tribune on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. You can also follow the show on Instagram at @the_timeout7. Huddle up. It's time for a timeout. All right, Noah, we got a special episode of Timeout today. We're going to be strictly talking about the NBA as because the trade deadline was today. And it was a bunch of insane moments that went down today, and I just want to get your thoughts on what happened. We're just going to go through just basically what happened in the trade deadline and who won and who lost, pretty much.
Before we start, can we acknowledge this Trey haircut? That boy clean. Look at the fade. Oh, that boy clean.
Hey, I didn't even brush my hair before the show, bro. I kind of just got up and just started it, bro.
Hey man,
I'm trying to get like you.
Hey, when they come out of these waves, it's a lifestyle. Maybe one day the out of bounds statement could be how I get my waves on swim. But honestly, last night it actually started. I think the first trade of the trade deadline mania, really insanity, if you will, was Corey Joseph going to the Pistons. Kings and Pistons? Which one was it? I think it was
Corey Joseph is already on the Kings, I think.
So he was going to the Pistons. I think it was a trade with the Pistons. I'm not sure. He got traded somewhere. It was like a Woj bomb dropped. I looked at it, went back to sleep. It was like it was irrelevant. But wow, today the GMs were active. I can imagine what it's like. Does you be on you're a GM of whatever team you want to be, and your phone is just well, yeah, hello, what's going on? And you're just nonstop.
Mm-hmm.
One thing I did notice this year in the trades with these trades where teams filled a lot of holes.
Mm-hmm.
They filled a lot of holes. I mean, we're gonna start at the top with JaVale McGee with the Nuggets. That one was kind of weird because I feel like they traded for like Isaiah Harrison and like 2 future picks in the first round, which was honestly, I think the Cavs won with the future picks because they are trying to rebuild in Cleveland. And I'd imagine rebuilding around Sexton and Garland. But the Nuggets, let's talk about these guys. Mm-hmm. The Nuggets were clearing house this year, I feel like. I don't know what they had going on. They traded for Aaron Gordon, which is good because that starting lineup of Jamal Murray, Will Barton, Michael Porter Jr., AG, and Jokic is scary. Honestly, I think they're better than the Clippers. We're comparing starting 5, in my opinion. I could be wrong. That could be a hot take, but realistically speaking, I picked them over the Clippers.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like the Clippers right now kind of just Kawhi Leonard and Paul George, but they don't really got much else behind them, especially since they traded Lou Williams.
Yeah.
Like last year they were deadly. On paper, deadly. And then obviously they went up against the Nuggets and they folded. But this year they're not as good. So
thought I had another bomb. Thought we had another bomb. I had to make sure to check.
Nah, the bombs are pretty much gone right now. I mean, trade deadline's over.
The thing about that is this. The bombs aren't going to go anywhere. I think we're going to have a couple more bombs for a while because now the buyout market is included.
But it's not like anybody like super amazing in the buyout market. It's
Drummond
and Aldridge.
I heard potentially John Wall could be in this buyout market as well.
John Wall will not be in the buyout market. That's too much money. That's too much money.
It is a lot of money, but let's be realistic here. What Houston did, we'll talk about this trade next, was trading Victor Oladipo for essentially Skittles and a Kelly Olynyk. That doesn't scream to me, yeah, I'm really trying to win. Or I'm trying to rebuild for the better. So at this point, I feel like Houston's just playing. They're playing possum.
You think so? I think they're just starting over. Honestly,
Yeah, but look at it like this though, Trey. You give a Victor Oladipo. You don't ask for Kendrick Nunn. You don't take Duncan Robinson that the Heat probably were dangling at you. The Heat essentially added how do you even say his name?
Where is he? Let me see. Nemanja. I'm just gonna spell it out. Nemanja Belichica.
Him.
Yeah. He's just gonna call him NB. New Balance.
All right. You trade for NB, right? Give up Mo Harkless and Chris Silva, which is comical because he's better than both of those guys. And you get Victor Oladipo for Avery Bradley, Kelly Olynyk. It's a second round. Is it 1 second round pick or 2? And a second round pick.
It was a pick swap. So we got their second rounder and they got ours.
That's hilarious. So they have our pick, which is more likely going to be better. We're going to be better than this, so it's going to be worse. And we're going to get their better pick.
Pretty much.
I mean, honestly, and kudos to Toronto, kudos to the Raptors for not blinking in this stare down they had with Pat Riley. But here's where you shoot yourself in the foot.
He's gonna be a free agent. He's gonna be a free agent regardless.
He's not coming back.
Exactly. You should have traded him to get some value out of him. Now he's just gonna leave, and you guys get nothing for him. Now he's gonna come to the Heat, and the Heat give up nothing.
He might not, even if he doesn't come to Miami. What if he goes to New York?
LA? Either way, the Raptors get nothing in return.
They got nothing. They're stuck holding the bag. Like, you take an L for what? At what cost?
All because they wanted Tyler Hero or Taylor Horton Tucker.
And I could have told you this right now. The Lakers were not going to let him go.
Exactly. Or they wanted Tyrese Maxey. Like, come on now.
Like,
they wanted way too much for 35-year-old Kyle Lowry.
The way the Miami Heat look at Tyler Hero is the same way we look at Bam. It's the same way the Sixers look at Maxey. Same way the Lakers look at THT. You are not gonna get these guys. You've got to understand. You got a Victor Oladipo who's I mean, I'll call it how I see. He's been injured a lot. He's been playing very well the last couple of games, averaging about 25 points a game, somewhere around 4 or 5 assists and a couple of rebounds. That's good. But at the end of the day, you gave that up for a guy who's played 10 games and Kelly Olynyk. You're a fool. You're a fool. And I don't expect him to have his job much longer. I'm pretty sure Pat Riley did this on purpose. He didn't offer Duncan Robinson to him. He did not offer Duncan Robinson to Murray or Morey, however you say his name.
No, Daryl Morey. Daryl Morey doesn't work for them.
Yes, I thought, who's the GM? Who's the new GM?
Oh, I don't know. It's not Morey. He left the Rockets.
I figured. Never mind, that makes sense because this guy here is stupid. But at either rate, his guy's not gonna have a job much longer. Like these guys, the way you do business is you have to understand that you're going to take an L. At some point, especially when you're talking about trades, you're going to understand you're going to take an L. But this is where you decide. Do you want to take an uppercase L or a lowercase L?
Mm-hmm.
This time, they took an uppercase L and the font size is like 26.
72.
Respectfully, like they truly shot themselves in the foot. I don't feel bad, and I only got on the only people I really feel bad for is Christian Wood, young guy, and John Wall. Because ultimately they're stuck there.
Yeah, even if you were gonna trade guys like Oladipo and whatnot and PJ Tucker, you would want like a good draft haul like OKC. OKC has like 17 picks in the first round, 17 picks in the second round in like the next 7 years. So it's like if OKC could do it, why couldn't you do it?
Exactly. Like they really took a major L. But the flip side of this, the Miami Heat, we need to. Miami Heat fans all over the world need to be dancing right now, and dancing for a while, especially if we end up signing LaMarcus Aldridge to Miami.
Mm-hmm.
Because thinking about the starting five is it's honestly scary. They didn't even get Gordon. We still got Gordon. So Gordon, let's just throw this out here. This is
But Goran not gonna start.
okay. Kendrick.
I mean, Kendrick might not start. They might start Victor Oladipo at the one.
Victor, whatever you want. Whatever you want. Victor starts at the point. Who do you want to start at two, Trey?
It'd probably be Duncan Robinson.
Cool. Tyler Herro. It doesn't matter. At the three.
Jimmy.
At the four.
Aldridge.
Trevor Ariza. Bam.
Oh, Ariza that's on the bench.
It doesn't, but look, that's the luxury of this team now. We have the depth we had, in a sense, kinda, that we had last year.
We're just missing Jay.
And honestly, it just goes back to the point of imagine if we still had Jay Crowder in a Miami Heat uniform.
And Derrick Jones Jr.
We could he could stay where he's at.
He can, but it was nice having him.
It was nice having him for the show. You know, he definitely added a flair to our offense. So imagine if we keep these guys, we don't sign Myers Leonard racist self, and we bring back and we have these guys here. What the Miami Heat looks like. And the Miami Heat looks great now.
I ain't gonna lie, that was the case. The Heat win the championship. Maybe.
Let's see. There's a LeBron on the West Coast.
And yeah, there is LeBron, but he's hurt right now. So
yeah, but he gonna be back.
And so is Anthony Davis. He's hurt as well. So the Lakers lacking a little bit.
But here's the thing, though. This year's team, in comparison to last year's team, we have more size now.
Do we really?
NB is like almost 7 feet tall.
I'd say honestly, we probably have less size because we don't have Myers.
He's a cheerleader anyway, so it's not like he plays.
But he was still 7 feet tall.
And no, he doesn't play.
And then we don't have Kelly Olynyk.
Oh, okay, that hurts. Okay,
and then we got Nemanja, who's like 6'10".
What's his who?
NB.
NB.
NB. We just talked about him, the new guy we just got.
Bro, like 6'11".
Okay. What does that mean? What does that mean?
Oh, he doesn't have the extra inch to make a 7 foot. Oh God.
Either way, we still don't have. We're probably lacking in size more. We're just better on the wing.
Bro, I think we actually gain more size, especially if we get LaMarcus.
What size do we gain?
Eventually LaMarcus. We did get better on the wing. We got NB.
No, answer the question.
I just told you.
What size do we gain?
I just told you we got NB.
That's one guy.
And LaMarcus.
That's two guys. It's the same team as last year.
It's not.
It's two guys that we replaced with two other guys.
Yeah, but one is really one guy. We replaced it with two guys because Myers did not play. He did not count.
It's literally two guys we replaced with two other guys. You're just denying it because Myers is
He
horrible.
did not play. He
NB not gonna play either.
Score.
NB not gonna play either. So what's your point?
NB definitely gonna play. You're capping.
That boy not gonna play.
If you don't think he gonna play, you're
that boy not touching the court. Kelly is better than him. And Kelly barely touched the court.
To each his own.
I tell you, NB not gonna play. He might play now in the regular season, but when that postseason start, that boy will never see the court.
I bet you he play. I bet you he play more. I bet you he gets actually a lot of minutes, low key.
In garbage time.
Nah, he has a little bit of a jump shot too.
He does have a jump shot. That's literally all he offers.
And size. He can rebound.
He's a slower Kelly Olynyk, and you know how slow Kelly Olynyk is.
Yeah, but he can shoot though.
Kelly Olynyk can also shoot. Kelly Olynyk barely played.
Yeah, but he shoot better than Kelly.
No, he doesn't.
Because he didn't play a lot of the Kings. Bruh, listen. Bruh.
If he ain't play a lot for the Kings, what does that mean? That's the Kings.
Bruh, but you have... Hold on, wait a minute.
Exactly.
What you have to understand is this. At the end of the day, no matter how you slice it, this guy is a decent I'm not going to say upgrade. He's a good replacement. He's a good replacement for KO. I don't care what you say. We can agree and disagree. But I'm telling you right now, I'll take that. I'll take
that too because we get Victor Oladipo. If we didn't get Victor Oladipo, I'd be like, I mean.
Oh, I know what you were like.
Yeah,
I told you we weren't going to get anybody important.
Yeah. I was wrong. Obviously, it was 3:00. I thought the trade deadline was over. It was.
Yeah.
It was 3:00.
You see how I didn't respond? I was like, nah, we're going to get something.
It was 3:00. I don't know what you want me to do.
Hey, look, I wanted you to have faith in Pat. I wanted you to have faith in Pat Riley.
Now, what if Victor Oladipo leaves free agency? What you going to do? It is what it is.
It is what it is, but he's not. You know how long he's been trying to get to Miami?
Oh, yeah, he's not going to leave.
And to make matters better, Kyle Lowry is going to be in Miami. And where he's a free agent, we might get him at a discount. I like that. I like that a lot. Like having a Kyle Lowry, Goran Dragic point guard set up with Kendrick Nunn.
No. Kendrick Nunn would be out of there.
Okay, we'll talk
Kendrick
about
Nunn, because Kendrick Nunn and Duncan Robinson are both going to be free agents, and we have to pay. I'd say we have to pay at least one of them.
One of them's getting paid, and you know who that one's going to get paid?
Who?
Kendrick Nunn.
By who? Not by us.
By us.
If we get Kyle Lowry, we're not paying Kendrick Nunn.
I said
that would be extremely redundant to pay him a fat deal and have 3 point guards on the roster.
Okay, but hear me out, though. Hear me out. I don't think Pat Riley's quite ready to give up on Kendrick Nunn yet, though.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if he's ready or not. Kendrick Nunn will show him when that playoffs start why he should not be a member of the Heat anymore.
Okay, that was last year.
What you mean? Every time the Heat played against a good team, Kendrick Nunn was terrible. He was balling against the Bulls, but watch what happens when you go up against the Bucks to see what happens.
All I'm saying,
that boy going 0 for 11 with 6 turnovers.
I'm trying to make a case for bro. I'm really trying to make a case for bro, but you're right.
It's trash.
But look, the thing about it is this though. What does Duncan offer? Look like I get it.
He's one of the best shooters in the league. That's all he offers.
Who?
He's one of the best shooters in the league. That's all he offers.
Who?
You know.
Who?
You know.
Who?
So you're gonna say he's a bad shooter?
I'm not saying he's an inconsistent. That's what I'm saying. He's an inconsistent shooter. He can't make his own shots. And I'm gonna be real. I know
he's a shooter.
Listen, let me finish.
This is go. Wait, hold on.
Let me finish.
Go over the arena. Wait, hold on, wait. All right, go ahead. Go ahead.
All I'm gonna say is this. I know I've taken number twos on Kendrick on this show. Kendrick, I'm sorry, but I'm about to speak up for you. I'm about to make up for it here. Kendrick Nunn plays defense eons better than Duncan Robinson can. And if you say you're wrong, you say I'm wrong, I want you to watch some more basketball. Tell me he's not a better defender than Duncan Robinson.
I mean,
tell me that right now.
Of course, he's a better defender than Duncan Robinson.
All right. Now, let me move forward. Who would you rather facilitate in your offense? Because Goran's an older guard. Kyle Lowry's an older guard. You got
you starting Kendrick Nunn over Kyle Lowry?
Let me finish. You got Kendrick Nunn learning from these two great point guards. Because Kyle Lowry is not a bad point guard. I do feel like he's gonna be a little on the slow side. Come to break. But Goran Dragic is still there. Bro, he has so many people he can learn from. I don't think it would be in our best interest to let him go. I do think we don't need to pay him a lot of money. Him nor Duncan need to see over $10 million. 15 pushing it. They don't need to see nothing over that. But, that's just my piece. That's how I'm coming.
Kendrick Nunn can learn from Russell Westbrook in Washington.
That's crazy about you. That's so crazy about you. But go ahead.
Hey, just realistically, I think the Heat will sign one of them. Just when it comes to, if we do get Kyle Lowry, Kendrick Nunn is probably going to be out of there. If we don't, then we'll probably re-sign him because he would be cheaper than Duncan Robinson. Now, if we do get Kyle Lowry, it makes more sense to get back Duncan Robinson, even though he would cost more. It's not like a clog up at the position, but it depends on how much he wants. If he's talking crazy, like he want like 15, 20 million, that way can go. It's just that simple. But I mean, if he said, "Oh, I want like 10 to 12 for like 4 or 5 years," I'll be like, "All right, that's solid." But like, if he talking about, "I want 15 to 20," I'm like, "Who do you think you are?" You know what I'm saying? But just moving on, like an all-star got traded, not just Victor Oladipo, a current all-star, Nikola Vucevic, the Magic's best player since the Dwight Howard days. He got traded to Chicago for Otto Porter and Wendell Carter Jr.
God, I was hoping you would.
I said Otto Porter, and Wendell Carter Jr.
God, I was hoping you would save that for after the commercial break.
We'll talk about this one, and then we'll go to the other stuff.
Bro, let's talk about this. I don't want to say too much about the Magic because that's what the high tech is for. But the Magic, I see their vision. I'm going to put it like that. I see the vision. I will say this. I am slightly surprised when they did trade Aaron Gordon to the Nuggets. They did not try for Bol. That is something.
RJ Hampton is currently a better player.
I agree. And they did get Gary Harris in the process, and Gary Harris and Cole Anthony will be a problem. But imagine a front court of Jonathan Isaac, Mo Bamba, and Bol. Like, that's scary. I'm
surprised they haven't traded Mo Bamba yet, honestly. He don't play for the Magic. And I don't know why you're saying Cole Anthony and Gary Harris when you forgot about my boy Markelle.
I don't want to say too much. I really don't want to say too much. But yes, do you see this team? And a lot of people on Twitter are like, "What are they doing? What are they doing?" Aaron. What the Magic are doing is they're going to have a similar path to the Charlotte Hornets they have this year.
I don't know if that's a good thing.
I think that's a great thing.
Now you said Sixers, I would say yeah.
No, well, listen, the Sixers were a process. Like Joel Embiid was always saying, trust the process, trust the process. This is what the Magic are doing. They're gonna be like the Hornets this year. Watch what I'm telling you. Because you gotta look at it like this. With Gary Harris being one of your guys on your team now, Markel's out for the season, so you have Cole Anthony. Cole Anthony's not playing bad. Cole Anthony's averaging around, give or take, 12 points a game.
Solid player.
Solid player. Gary Harris is going to bring you what, 15?
Solid player.
Okay. Now you have him. You got RJ Hampton for the near future, he's played professional ball before. He played in Australia with LaMelo. You know, they don't have scrubs on this team, and they have a first-round pick. Included in this trade. Now, they did lose a lot. They lost Evan Fournier. They lost Gary Clark. They lost Aaron Gordon. They lost a lot of guys in this trade. But honestly, I like the Magic's chances for bouncing back. Yeah, I take it you don't agree. But I like this. I like this for Orlando. I'm excited to see what they do.
I just don't really see like someone on their team right now that will blossom into like a superstar. You know, we have people who might be all-stars down the line, but I don't think they have that person on their team that's going to be like, this person will carry me to the promised land. Now they have a first-round pick, you know what I'm saying? When the draft comes, we'll see what happens. I don't know where they are in the standings right now. If they tank the rest of the season, who knows? They get the number one pick and they get Kate Cunningham, then things will be a lot different. Things will be extremely different. But then it'll be like, okay, they had Kate Cunningham, who's looking crazy right now.
Yeah, Kate Cunningham.
But I mean, we'll see. I'm trying to look at the standings right now, actually, to see where everybody's at.
But you also got to remember though, they got Wendell Carter Jr. too.
Yeah, he hasn't been playing up to expectations.
But wait, you're in a situation now with a bunch of young guys playing beside each other.
But he was doing that with the Bulls.
The thing with the Bulls is this though. They were focused on win. I feel like the Bulls are in I want to win now mode.
The Magic were the same way. They have Vucevic and Aaron Gordon on their team. They were in the playoffs last year.
You got to understand, when it comes down to it, the Magic are in the – I really feel like the Magic are more likely to develop and nurture a player like Wendell Carter Jr. Because let's talk about it. He plays the center position, the same position that Nikola Vucevic plays, same position that Dwight Howard plays. He's not a scrub. I hate to say it because he went to Duke, but he's not a scrub. Orlando has a history of developing big men. Potentially, this could be really good for them. Now, let's hope that they can show some love to the guards and they're putting together pieces that aren't going to be complimentary to a big man, but it's complimentary to their guard. You know, with Markel and Cole being there, and now Gary Harris, you have three, and eventually RJ Hampton, if he does develop, you have four talented guards that you have to make something shake with. And if you do make something shake, the hard question is going to be, well, who are you going to let go? Because egos are going to come into play. You know what I'm saying? So, and I honestly, I think this move from the west to the east for Gary Harris is going to be monumental for his game. You're really going to see how good Gary Harris is because let's be real, he's playing in Jamal Murray's shadow in Denver. Right or wrong?
Correct.
Gary Harris is not a bad player by any stretch of the yard. He's a very good guard. I'm excited to see what he does in the future.
I agree with you. But we have a commercial. You are watching Timeout with the Avant Bros. If you enjoy the show, please click the share button to share the stream with all your friends. Also, don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe to the Boca Raton Tribune on all social media platforms. YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Just look for @Boca Tribune. You can also follow the show on Instagram at @the_timeout7. See you soon.
Information. If it exists in writing, we print it. If it exists online, we update it. If it exists on mobile, we notify. If it exists in video, we show it. If it exists in audio, we play it. In the past, the news had to wait for a paper to print for it to happen. Today, news happens in real time. It's analyzed, edited, and published immediately by us, your neighbors, and of course, you. Wherever you are, you write, edit, give opinions, share photos, and make the news happen. This is why a paper needs to be on print, on screen, and on your phone. Wherever you are, your news has its pulse in the community. The Boca Raton Tribune. We are much more than just a newspaper. We are your closest neighbor.
Welcome back, everyone. We're still talking NBA, obviously. Noah, what do you think about the fit between Zach LaVine and Nikola Vucevic?
Honestly, I like it. I like it a lot. And I won't like it even more next year when they get Lonzo Ball, because Zach LaVine is going to be able to play the 2-guard spot. What LaVine does is LaVine's going to alleviate a lot of the stress to scoring that Vucevic had in Orlando. Because he doesn't have to get as many buckets as he doesn't have to take as many shots, nearly as many shots. Now, wow, they really have to blow the leaf blower while I'm recording the show. That's nice. But he was taking a lot of shots in Orlando. He probably was taking 20 shots, 30 shots a game, give or take,
something like that.
Okay, so now you're in Chicago. You have Lauri Markkanen, and you have Zach LaVine and Kobe White. Like, you have a lot of guys on this team that can really help you out on the scoring end. This fit for him is going to be phenomenal. I like it a lot for him, and he could literally just focus on, if he wanted to, just being a big man. Like, that's gonna be good. But I wanted to hit on this as well. Expect Lonzo Ball to be in a Chicago Bulls jersey.
In free agency, you think the Bulls want to dish out that type of money?
Why not?
I heard Lonzo's looking for like $20 million a year.
Lonzo's not going to get that.
That's what he wants.
Well, I want to drive a Tesla and make $20 million an hour. Doesn't mean I'm going to get it. At the end of the day, it's about what are these GMs willing to pay you? What is the owner willing to sign up, snap a check for?
So you think Lonzo's going to be, when he does hit free agency, you think he's going to be a free agent for a little while?
No, he's going to go to the Bulls.
I know. I'm saying, like, if he wants $20 million, and the Bulls not going to budge.
Listen. What did I just say? He can win it all day. I'm pretty sure there's a couple guys that want LeBron's salary. Don't mean they're going to get it. Like, we have to be realistic here. Now, if he wants to play hardball, then yes, he will be a free agent for a while. But ultimately, I don't feel like he will be that hard to please. I do feel like he will end up being a Bull next year in the offseason. Maybe even a Hornet. There's been a lot of reports saying that LeVar has really been pressuring Michael Jordan to sign Lonzo with LaMelo. And honestly, at Chino, they got to stay championship. I know the NBA is a lot different than high school, but it's something like playing with your brother. Like, I feel like if me and you were to be on a team, or a rec team or something, we might make something happen. You know, it's not like playing with your brother.
There actually just a report just came out. The Spurs have officially bought out LaMarcus Aldridge.
It's official?
Yeah, it's official now.
So what's going on with Drummond, I wonder?
I mean, they're still finalizing it. Still got to get those details in.
Let me look at Sham. Because Sham, what Woj may not get to, Sham will get to. Let me look at Sham.
Like, what are your thoughts on Evan Fournier going to Boston, man?
That's stupid. That was dumb. And they traded Daniel Theis. Yeah,
but Theis went to Chicago.
They don't. But it goes back to this. Boston, and I remember I thought highly of Boston. I said Boston could beat the Nets. But what Boston was failing to realize is you cannot win a game with 5 shooting guards on the court. Like Jason Tatum literally plays the power forward. That's not gonna get you a W. That's not gonna get it done. Like, it's just not gonna get it done. The thing that's gonna hold Boston back from progressing is their front office's ability to see what their team needs. And ultimately, this is gonna frustrate Jason Tatum. Now, if I'm Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, Marcus Smart, I'm irate. I'm irritated. Because it's the trade deadline. Make moves. Trade me. Put me in a different position. I don't care. But you're not going to make it anywhere in the playoffs without a big man. And you would have thought last year it would have been more evident. Tristan Thompson is not it. Tristan Thompson was a Band-Aid to a crack the size of Hoover Dam. Like, you're not going to make that work. He wasn't the guy to go to in Cleveland. He's not going to be the guy now. He played with LeBron then. He had Kevin Love next to him. So, I mean, Boston's not looking too good. I honestly expect them to drop and potentially even missing the playoffs.
I think they're too talented to miss the playoffs, but right now they
may make it this year, but next year it's spooky for them.
No, if they're the 8th seed and they go up against the Sixers in the first round, that's gonna be bad.
Honestly, if they had to play Charlotte, it's bad.
I don't think so. I think they'll beat Charlotte. It's just teams like Milwaukee or teams like Philly, like those bigger teams, especially Philly. The way Joel Embiid is playing, oh my gosh! With no big man, Joel Embiid is averaging 60.
Imagine if they have to play Miami.
Bam's
averaging 30. They had to play Brooklyn. Imagine if they had to play the Knicks.
Okay, so you're mudding it now. You're mudding it now.
I'm not.
You are.
Okay, so who's going to guard Julius Randle on that team?
Like, a lot of people. Marcus Smart could do it.
You're capping.
I'm not.
The cap in your rap right now is hilarious.
Marcus Smart could do it.
Julius Randle, who's averaging a double-double this year.
Okay.
Okay, Trey.
But what does that mean?
Trey, I really don't believe you're saying
he's been averaging a double-double for like the last 5 years.
Yeah, and he didn't have a point guard guard him. You not know what's going to happen to Marcus Smart in a 7-game series, and he's guarding Julius Randle.
I mean, ooh, Myers Leonard just got cut. His career is over now.
Surprised, pretends to be surprised.
His career is over now. He's going overseas. He's going overseas now.
Are they gonna play for who?
Somebody might you got to go to Canada or something.
The
overseas people might not want him.
Mess with him in Canada. He stinks.
Well, he's just gonna have to be a Twitch gamer.
He better play on 2K. He better play some 2K.
No. If he gets mad, you already know what's gonna go down.
Yeah, he really gonna say some slurs then. What a loser. Man, what a loser. New Orleans traded JJ Redick and Nicolo Melli, the big man. Yeah, I remember him, to Dallas. This is low-key, that's a spicy move for Luka.
The boys got shooters.
And JJ Redick is not a bad shooter. He is a phenomenal shooter. And Luka likes to pass.
The boys have shooters.
Golden State traded Marquise Chris to the Spurs.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Marquise Chris is trash. I don't even know why I put it on there.
But honestly, though, that's a filler because he's going to be. I think Marquise Chris still has potential in his career, and he's playing there with Greg Popovich, and they do have a pretty decently young guard core with Walker and Murray, and I see it. I see it being potentially good. It's going to have to take a lot, but we're gonna have to see about that. Lou Will is going to Atlanta. The dancers in Atlanta are celebrating.
Nah, he's celebrating and eating those wings. Lemon pepper
Lou. Look, the city of Atlanta's nightlife is over the moon right now. They trying to ride up for Lou Will. They was already stretching. The ladies are stretching as we speak. They're stretching. They get their acrobats together.
That man said, I only went to the strip club for the wings. That's it. That's all I did. Sir. I just went for the wings.
The exotic dancers are got to get their stimmy check times 2. Rents are about to get paid. Car notes, tuition.
That man said, "Hey, I'm just there for the wings. That's it."
Yeah, all right. We know. Yeah, some chicken wings. All right. Oh man, we kind of got at a loss. Let's talk about let's talk about the out of bounds segment.
Yeah, man.
The Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Why you changed it, bro?
Man, because we don't need to talk about that right now. We need to talk about my waves, man.
Bro, I just want to know, bro, how you got so wavy, bro?
All right, so for starts, I use my Torino Pro. That's really my. This is the brushes that Torino make. Perfect quality. You can't go wrong with that. Then, secondly, I use the Power Band do-rag. I have a velvet one right now, but red premium. My boy Shad Moss. Shout out to him. He actually is like their poster child, whatever you want to call him, endorsed guy. So I like a plethora of do-rags from him. What you really want to do is you brush a lot. Brush. Wake up with a brush in my hand. And then really, after that, you wrap up. Like, I only time I take the do-rag out for the show. I'm going out somewhere, don't want to wear a do-rag, but if I can fashion the do-rag with the fit, the do-rag's gonna stay on.
So you don't use any type of cream or anything?
I can't get away all my sauce, but to each his own. Some people like Murray, some people like 360s. I like I want to get up in the middle of the broadcast. But Wave Builder is a really good one. And honestly, you You just brush your brush. Like right now, I'm kind of wolfing right now, but you kind of see the ripples. You see how I'm coming. But yeah, you see it. But ultimately, wolfing and having a really good brush, do-rag, and even a shower brush, multiple brushes, you can see your waves go from a pond to the Pacific in no time. But that's really it.
Trying to get like you, bro.
Hey, you see what I'm doing?
I'll take notes. But moving on, it's about that time, folks. It's hot take time.
I hate this hot take already.
And my hot take of today is the Dolphins will draft tight end Kyle Pitts from the University of Florida. And let me explain why. I don't believe the Dolphins will draft him 3rd overall. I think the Dolphins will probably trade down, probably with the Panthers, get the 8th spot, pick up some more picks. Keep your 18th, obviously. And draft Kyle Pitts because Jamar Chase will probably be off the board, maybe Devontae Smith. And Kyle Pitts is like a game changer. The way this game is going, the tight end position. See Travis Kelce and Darren Waller single-handedly changing games. George Kittle as well when he was healthy. Single-handedly changing games because no one can guard them. Kyle Pitts is like 6'6", 248. Runs a 4.4. Catch every ball thrown his way. Like you seen the highlights at Florida, like he's amazing. The way he had Kyle Trask as quarterback, who's a good quarterback. But Kyle Pitts was just amazing. He could change the game in ways Jamar Chase and Devontae Smith and Jalen Waddle can't. Now, keep in mind they can do the same way in their own special way. But Kyle Pitts just fits a need for the Dolphins. But that's just my takeaway. Go on with yours.
That's very hot. That was very hot. But I believe the Magic will be a playoff team next year. With the Magic, they have such a good young team. They have the ability to develop and honestly take over the game. Like Fultz had a great year before he got hurt. And I really do think that Cole Anthony, along with RJ Hampton and Gary Harris and now Wendell Carter Jr., these guys together, I really do feel like they will be a good team. You got a lot of ACC guys on this team. And the ACC is like the SEC for basketball. So I'm very curious to see how this team will be, but I have very high expectations for this Magic team in the next 5 seasons.
Okay, that's fair. You gotta have my boy Terrence Ross, but
he wrong. He wrong, yes sir.
Yes sir. That way a bucket. All right, guys, that's it for today's show. Don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe to the Boca Raton Tribune on all social media platforms, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Just look for @Boca Tribune. You can also follow the show on Instagram at @the_timeout7. Follow me on my personal Twitter at TreyAvon3. Noah?
You can follow me on Instagram at ArtBuilderNoah. You can follow me on Twitter at WhoBuildsArts.
Timeout airs every Thursday at 7 p.m. As always, this is the Avant Bros signing off.